So, for my last theory on the fate of the new Union leaders, Ephemera, Skuld, Brain, Lorium, and Ventus, I stated that I think by the end of the Union Cross, or at least at its climax, all of them will be transported to the future as supported by one of the secret reports, which I'll put on screen. Skuld included in this, except she, behind Ventus and Lorium, is the next most known as far as their outcome of that time jump. Now, for those that are unaware, in Secret Report 1, the person who lost their memory except for the phrases 4 friends and a key, as well as may your hearts be your guiding key, as well as proven to be a girl by both Lee and Isa in Secret Reports 5 and Secret Report 6, is in fact Skuld, and all signs point to that, especially considering she was the only female among 4 other guys, and this female, in later reports, was confirmed to have disappeared, from Lee and Isa's point of view at least, but stolen from both Ansem the Wise, his apprentices, and Luxu'S especially being the one who had stole her away in the first place. Secret Report 1 also stated that the person who stole her had an eye patch, and the only prominent person that we know with an eye patch is Xigbar, aka Brig, aka Big Luxu. Now this is the question. Where has Luxu kept her all this time, and for what reason is he keeping her? My only assumption is that it has to have something to do with his role, considering Luxu also was the one who summoned the foretellers back together again. I mean, we know he's keeping her because in Secret Report 12, he discusses how important it is for him to meet the 5 new Union leaders once again. So it's no small assumption that if he were to run into Skuld, he would want to hide her away. Now, once again, bringing up the Kingdom Hearts 3 secret reports again because they're actually extremely important. In Secret Report number 1, Skuld states that many years have passed by and she is still not even a step closer to regaining her full memories. We also know that this is because in Birth by Sleep was the time when Lee and Isa were constantly visiting the castle. So the time between Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3 when Luxu gathered the foretellers is around 12 years. And the jump from just Birth by Sleep to Kingdom Hearts 1 alone is 10 years in and of itself. So in all this time, he must have kept her somewhere in hiding. She wasn't sleeping and didn't time travel ahead a second time. I theorize that he's been keeping her either in one of 2 worlds. The world that never was, in one of its many hidden chambers, or what I also think to be the case is that although he stole her from Ansem the Wise, he did keep her among the world of Radiant Garden, considering it was a place that he did spend a lot of time at, pretending to be an apprentice of Ansem the Wise, guiding Xehanort among the castle during the time when he lost his memories as Terranort or Terra Xehanort, returning there on occasion even as the world of Hollow Bastion in Kingdom Hearts 2. Because when you think about it, the main society didn't get changed too much in the world from the conversion between Radiant Garden and Hollow Bastion. Now, considering the users of darkness have the dark corridor to travel between worlds without needing to cross the path in space, it may seem like keeping a mainstay place wouldn't be likely. But when you think about it, it's not too far-fetched. Even in 358 Days Over 2, the members of the organization always had certain worlds you would go with them to. And similar in Kingdom Hearts 2, when traveling to worlds, certain members of the organization were always in certain worlds. But you guys get the point. You guys see what I mean. Don't start with me. Traveling alone is one thing, but when keeping someone captive for years, you would need some place to hide them. And if you were, it would be in a place you frequently visit. And considering the vastness of Radiant Garden, from an entire kingdom to normal rural areas to an entire underground labyrinth mechanical system, there's more than enough places to keep someone captive. Other than that, the only world I see as an option would be the world that never was. And when it comes to secrets that characters wanted to keep, this place is the biggest, right behind Castle Oblivion. It wouldn't be too far-fetched either, because we knew that Xigbar knew the existence of both the Chamber of Repose in the world that never was, and even the Chamber of Waking in Castle Oblivion, because he was the one that alluded about them to Zexion in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mixes scenes. So since we know that a chamber was made by Aqua, a Keyblade wielder, and Ansem the Wise, who although sealed it never stated that he made it, but since it's his castle and for continuity's sake, I think it's safe to assume that he did make the chamber as well. Anyway, he's not a Keyblade wielder. That means that anyone with stronger abilities can create, seal, or unlock these chambers. That's why instead of locking it, Aqua had to make it so only she could find it, but more so because we know Xigbar's identity as Luxu, who's to say that he himself didn't create a 3rd chamber to hide Skuld herself. Xehanort didn't once have suspicion of Xigbar being someone any more than just a foolhardy Keyblade drunkie, especially with the lengths that Luxu went to, going from body to body, pretending to be Xehanort's lackey, getting himself hurt numerous times, so we know he can keep secrets well. It would only make sense for him to have created a 3rd chamber, even more so considering Repose and Waking both contained someone, so to speak, rather than something. Like for example, in the Chamber of Repose, Aqua's armor was there, who Xemnas himself thought to be his lost friend. So although it was just armor, it was someone to be referred as someone. And the chamber of waking was the sleeping Ventus. That's why Xigbar referred to them as graveyards rather than something less fitting for actual people to be inside. One thing to note is that while he did want to meet the 5 Union leaders again, for whatever his role is, doesn't need every person. Because keep in mind, he did omit Ava, who carried out her role completely, and Luxu didn't really feel like she was necessary. So we can also exclude Ventus, who is a good guy now and already got wrapped up in all of Xehanort's mess. Brain, who I'm assuming is dead by this time, because in my earlier theory, I theorized that he was sent in earlier time than the rest, and I think he could be Ericus and Xehanort's master, but that's another theory in and of itself. Ephemera, who my last theory I said was the no small sacrifice that Luxu said was needed in order to send everybody to the future. I think he would also die because of the vision Sora had of him in Kingdom Hearts 3. I think that was pretty much his spirit speaking to him kind of the way Ericus' spirit spoke to Xehanort. And Lauriam, aka Marluxia, who is now Lauriam again, but with his memories back, because he got them right as he was dying in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, even while making this video, I even more so realized how very possible both of these locations are, and I believe either one of them are the right answer, but I also wouldn't doubt that a 3rd chamber was made just for Skuld alone. I think that's probably one of the biggest possibilities out of all 3. And knowing Nomura, it can definitely be anything. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and begin the discussion. Do you guys think Skuld was being held on Radiant Garden? Do you guys think Skuld is being held in the world that never was? Whatever happened to the world that never was? Is it still out there somewhere? Does it exist? And why didn't they use it in Kingdom Hearts 3? That's gonna be it for this theory though. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I appreciate every single bit of support. Start a discussion with me and the other commenters down below. Want to know what you guys think. And if you guys did enjoy this theory, you want to see more Kingdom Hearts theories and maybe theories of other series, then go ahead and make sure you hit that like button and check out my previous videos as well. Theories, discussions, original series and everything like that, gameplays, all of that. Be sure to check and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell as well, because I got plenty more original content as well, and pretty much content of all types on the way. So I want to thank you all for watching, and trust me, I very much appreciate it. Any type of support, especially subscribing, because it really helps out a ton, and it really helps me continue to be able to do this for you guys, because I enjoy making these things and talking about things I genuinely enjoy, and I want to make it enjoyable for you guys as well. So I really appreciate any of this support. It really truly means a ton to me, and I could not thank you guys enough for even coming this far. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.